Impaired hearing will occur. Auditopsychic area, auditory agnosia. See, I will show here the that is the central here. 1, 2, 3. It is the central sulcus. Isn't it central sulcus? Post central. It is the central. You can see here. Pars triangularis, pars opercularis. You can see here the lunate sulcus. It is the post calcaneal occipital lobe 17, 18. Isn't it? It is the temporal lobe 41, 42. Auditory lobe. You can see here 41, 42. Is that 22? You can see here. You can see here motor area frontal lobe. You can see parietal lobe here 1, 2, 3. Parietal lobe sensory area. See here parietal lobe 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here parietal lobe. Isn't it? Now you can see here 8, 6 frontal eyelid area. 8, 6 frontal eyelid can be seen here. These are the functional areas. Functional areas can be seen here. Functional areas can be seen here. These are the total 46 areas are here. Now lastly, but we will see about the applied anatomy. Applied anatomy. We will see the lastly we will see the applied anatomy. Lesion in the motor area. Lesion in the motor area. We will see the applied anatomy. Lesion in the motor area. Lesion in the motor area. That is the frontal lobe. Isn't it? Frontal lobe. Frontal motor area. 4. Isn't it? 6 premotor. 4 premotor is the 6. That leads to localized paralysis. It leads to localized paralysis. Localized paralysis. Localized paralysis of the body, represented area involved, and this motor area also leads to Parkinson's fits. Parkinson's fits. Parkinson's fits. It is by the localized fits. Localized fit it is. Parkinson is the English neurologist. He was the pioneer to find the epilepsy. He was the person to differentiate epilepsy from the fits. Parkinson is the British. He was a British neurophysician who differentiated the epilepsy and fits. He has got many research on the epilepsy. A British neurosurgeon, neurophysician. It is named after this Parkinson fits. A localized fits will occur. Now lesion in the frontal area. Now lesion in the frontal area. That's the prefrontal area. Lesion in the prefrontal area. That is the prefrontal area. Lesion in the prefrontal area. That causes, this carries the mental changes. It changes the mental changes will occur. Lesion in the parietal lobe. Lesion in the parietal lobe. Lesion in the parietal lobe area 312. Parietal lobe area is parietal lobe. Lesion in the parietal lobe 312 areas. Parietal lobe osteognosis, lights of tactile discrimination means, see here, The tactile discrimination, it is the token, it is a cap, it is the low. This tactile discrimination is lost. Tactile discrimination is lost, isn't it? It is a pen, isn't it? It is a pen. The patient has the parietal lesion. He can't discriminate. He can't discriminate. It is a cap. It is a pen like this. That is called tactile discrimination. He cannot understand it is a rough and smooth. Tactile discrimination, stereognosis, a disorder of sensory speech. There is the disorder of speech, sensory speech. That's area number 312, parietal lobe. Lesion in the parietal lobe, 312. There is a tactile discrimination, a stereognosis, loss of tactile discrimination, sensory speech, and we'll see the lastly, that is the visual area. Visual area, area 17, isn't it? Area is visual area is, that is the 17, area number 17 is the visual area. 18, 19 are the physiopsychic area. In the occipital lobe, in the occipital lobe, in the lesion in the occipital lobe, occipital lobe, visual area is the area number 17. Physiopsychic is 18 and 19 is the physiopsychic area. Lesion is, in this lesion there is a homonymous hemianopia. Homonymous hemianopia means disorder of this. Homonymous hemianopia, that is the distance problem. That is the homonymous hemianopia. There is a visual problem. There is a problem in the refractive index, and macular sparing will occur. You will study in the visual pathway. It is related to the occipital lobe. Occipital lobe related to visual area. Parietal lobe related to sensory area, isn't it? Frontal lobe related to motor and sensory area. These are the areas. They are called the functional areas of the brain. Functional areas of the brain. The position is upside down. Position is upside down. Suppose I draw a diagram here, schematic diagram. The position is upside down. Lastly I will draw a schematic diagram here. Only 2 minutes. See here, it is the motor, it is the sensory, isn't it? Here what happened? No, these here the motor are sensory. Here it is upside down, means here the head is below. It is the body, it is like this. All the centers are upside down. Legs are here, like that. It is upside down. Whole brain, cerebral cortex has got the, it is the head. It is the body, it is the leg, it is the upper limb. I will draw it once again. Once I will draw here like this. The whole representation in the cerebral cortex is upside down. Upside down means like this. See, in the motor sensory area, here it is the head, it is the thorax, upper limb, lower limb. Always the, in the motor and cerebral cortex, here everything is upside down. It is the head, upper limb, thorax, lower limb. Always the head is a upside down. Whole thing is here upside down. Whatever occurs here, upside down representation. This has to be remembered. In the cerebral, let it be motor or sensory, let it be any cerebral cortex, it is upside down. Contralateral, we call contralateral, upside down it is. It is upper limb, lower limb, it is the head, upper limb, lower limb. Everything is upside down in the cerebral cortex. In the cerebral cortex, everything is upside down. This has to be remembered. It is called contralateral relations, upside down relations. This has to be known. Cerebrum, isn't it? Motor areas, functional areas, very much important to the neurophysician, to the surgeon, to the clinician, I mean general practitioners, I mean to tell, to the neurophysician, neurosurgeon. These functional areas are very much important. Hence, please don't hesitate to ask any question. Any doubts are there? Do phone me, do call me, do message me. Do message me. Very much important in examination also, in your future also. Please be in the house. Don't leave the house unnecessarily. Be safe. Bye.